Alright then. So, let's see what the Aztec god of the underworld has in store for us. I'll note, by the way, that this game, like, it's fairly based in reality, but at the same time, there's a lot of, like, sort of like, mythological aspects to it as well. Like, it's not entirely, like, devoid of fantasy, shall we say, this game, even though it's fairly historic. So, you return to the majestic volcano of Messiah along the same laborious path as you used before. This time heading directly for a tunnel that you know leads to Isolto and his portal to McGlen. Again, Isolto's deep, rumbling voice reverberates through the large cavern. Why have you returned here, Daniel Fuxa? Neither you nor those who travel with you have any business beyond this portal. So basically, if you want to give like this guy's soul, and I don't plan like to kill anyone here, but just show it off. Let's just say I'll put Isabel in here. Zelda recoils from your offer. You would sacrifice a subordinate to the gods of its land. That is most uncommon for those who do not serve Conquistador. Highly unusual. Very well. I will not reject such a unique proposal. The soul of a disbeliever, given willingly by herself or her master, is an offering that pleases me greatly. I will claim the spirit of Isabella Uranus and guide it through the 9 layers of McLean. Step forward, Isabella. Notice that we lose like morale, pious members lose morale, she perishes, so this actually does kill your crew member, so your soul immediately does his little orders as though in a trance and steps through the Amphitryon portal in the command of the god of death. As promised, soul hands over the skull in return, a new one almost instantly appears in his hand. Deciding it would be wise to heed the words of the god of death, you respectfully back away from Zolto and exit the way you came. When your eyes are finally blinded by the comforting rays of the sun again, even the air atop the volcano smells fresh and sweet to you, and you can begin to calm down. So I'll note that's like an event you can basically do with your expedition here. And yeah, note by the way that we have deceased here, so we did indeed lose a follower as a result of this thing here. So I don't actually plan to do this, but I want to show off what it is I can do here, for example. So that's a thing. And that's one of the good things to say about not playing Ironman mode, I guess, for this game, because I can basically show off little things like that without much worry. And that's something to say. I actually do like the idea that there is an Ironman mode for this game, but at the same time, I like the fact that there isn't one. If you don't want to play with Iron mode on. And wow, that's a long path to get to that gold, but I'm tempted to do it. Let's get our way back. Alright, this is all done. Let's camp. And by the way, because I didn't sacrifice her, she's still alive in this mirrored universe now. Here's a settlement. And back into the volcano I go. Thinking about it, let's just get some more stuff in here, I think. I may want to start building some caltrops again. I might want to do that, I guess. So that might be a thing I'll do. May want to get some, spike traps as well. We'll go for the caltrops for now. Thinking about, let's have you actually do spike traps right now, and I can actually get Miguel here to do the caltrops, because it's not really a big deal, the metal being lost, because I get so much of it anyway, so do it like that. The strongbox. During the night, just as most of your followers are dozing off, one of your patrols comes back excited and out of breath. A few hundred paces from your camp, the skeleton of a dead Spaniard has been found, clutching a strongbox. So, you can bury the skeleton and take the strongbox, bury the skeleton with the strongbox, or take the strongbox and leave the corpse. We're just gonna take it and, like, bury him. You order your men to dig a grave as you construct a makeshift cross. Your men carefully lower the skeleton remains into the grave, making sure not to detach any limbs. Covering up the grave, you say a few words appropriate for the occasion, and I get 500, like, you know, valuables for it. Okay, you got some caltraps, got some spike trap. I'm gonna make our way up to the gold here. Perfect, I got the gold. I guess we'll start making our way back over here. We only got a little bit of stuff to preserve. Interesting. None of my followers need to basically have any, like, you know... why not? You can preserve. We'll get over here. Might as well pick this up. There's the chasm. You can get the hunting. The chasm. Your expedition comes to a rocky gorge that cuts deep in the ground and bends out of sight into the jungle on either side. A thick mist hovers 50 or so meters down the chasm, obscuring its bottom. A narrow path descends along the cliff not far from your present position, and you think you can vaguely see it reappearing out of the dust on the other side. So let's send someone to try and find our way. Your people return to report that the ravine terminates at a waterfall to the right, but the natives seem to have constructed a sturdy stone bridge across the gorge to the left. Your expedition crosses the bridge, and you mark it on your map and continue your travels on the other side of the chasm. Alright. I'm not sure if this kills people like doing this other stuff, so... let's try and send someone to go look around. You appoint Danielle Hernandez to investigate the path, and she disappears off in the mist below. You've been waiting for a tug on the rope for a few minutes with a loud crack and a loud rumbling sound indicates that something has gone terribly wrong. A desperate cry rings out from below. Help! I can't move! Somebody please help! Alright, so attempt a rescue. You tie a rope around a stately trees near the edge of the cliff, then you carefully climb down the side of the chasm in the mist. Danielle Hernandez is lying on the side of the small creek that runs along the bottom of the ravine, legs trapped under several large rocks. You work quickly to free the injured scout and prepare to use ropes to get her back up to the others. You're slightly surprised when Danielle resists your attempts to tie a rope around her. Capitan, what about the gold? Remember the gold! For a moment you think the scout may be delirious, then you notice 2 sacks full of gold trinkets in the lower water and a few feet away. I found it in a cave upstream. Must be an old sacrificial chamber. We have to bring the gold. As you're about to tie the rope around your sobrance, you hear a deafening noise as enormous rock formation collapses further up the creek and a large volume of water sweeps towards you. It's clear the ravine is about to be flooded. There's quite a lot of gold in sacks, and you're pretty sure you'll have to choose between Danielle Hernandez and the gold. So yeah, basically, you know, it's another, like, you know, sacrificial event, but, you know, we'll treat the gold. So basically, you can see, like, you know, she gets perished. You hurry to tie the rope around your waist and grab one big sack of gold in each hand. Then you shout up to your people to raise the rope. As you ascend, you do your best to push the pain cries to Danielle out of your mind. You climb to safety just in the nick of time before a powerful flood of water rolls through the chasm and sweeps away everything below, and the cries of your injured scout stop. So basically, you can see, like, you know, another sacrificial event. Your people are silent as you reach the top without her, and some remove her their hats and helmets out of respect for a deceased friend. The mood among the people is extremely low, even as you find an Aztec bridge further down the ravine and cross safely to continue to side, you know, other side. So again, another sacrificial event. I actually probably should have saved before coming here, but oh well. We'll go to the auto savior, I guess. It says hooray for saved because, you know, There's like you got another like choose like expedition member to perish or like get the stuff. I'll note by the way, like in like this Aztec campaign, you're gonna have a lot of like these events where people die like that, so it's a thing. Now I assume by the way you're probably supposed to like get probably like get around here perhaps, but whatever. I'm not gonna care about it too much, I guess. And by the way, before I forget, she's still alive because I used the autosave, so that is a thing. Alright, let's look around. Huh, apparently I can get over here. Why not? Oh, some wild animals got some of my rations. Now, I know this area isn't too big, so I don't expect like, we'll be spending too much time here doing stuff, but I'll look around and have some fun. Oh, you know what? Apparently you're tinkering for some reason. That's why I'm getting so much caltrop spacey done here. Well, look at that. We now have lots of caltrops again, so hooray, I guess. Let's get this. Oh, look at that. We actually tried the volcano already, so that's done. So there we go. We've tried the volcano. Now, I know this is like a good place to get valuables if you really want them. And I'd probably come down here if I was going for another run of achievements in this game where I'm basically trying to like come home with lots of gold and stuff, but I think for this expedition we'll just try and keep my guys alive. Will be the plan, more than anything else, so that's what I'll aim to do. Alright, someone's got to consolidate the map, so we'll hold off on that for a moment. And perfect, we're done. So yeah, that's basically the, like, the remnants of the Maya over here. We'll make our way back up here now. I may want to get the stuff over there, I guess, so we'll do that. You know what, at this point, how about you go do some herbalism, and you can do some herbalism, or actually consult the maps for me. That's the plan, I think. And yeah, again, I got the rations like issues again, so you can do some preserving. Awesome. Nice, I have freedom experience. Now, not by the way, because I got Raina's up to, like, lieutenant, I can basically promote whoever I want to if I want to, but I don't think you can basically get people to go up to lieutenant when you basically have like someone already basically gotten up to a lieutenant already. I think you can only have like one lieutenant in the party at all. Like it says like here, maximum one lieutenant allowed. And then for like sergeants, there's like a maximum of like 3 officers allowed. So I think I only have like basically like maybe like one more person be like a sergeant, and then like I have to like just start making people like veterans basically as well after that. So there's some stuff to point out there. We're basically coming like to the end of like what I can do with like getting these guys basically leveled up and stuff, which is a thing. Let's get you in here. I guess we're down the hut over there, so that's nice. Alright, so these guys offer me reasonable prices. You know, I wouldn't mind getting some of those trinkets, I guess, so... Maybe let's drop off that much medicine to get that much, like, you know, valuables. Alright, end event. Alright, now I do believe, like, you know, the main area is, like, sort of, like, you know, locked off from, like, everything else, so... I believe at this point we basically explored what we're going to, like, down this area. I don't remember it, like, being that big of an area over here is the thing, right? So... You can do some hunting. Herbalism. I'll note, by the way, I plan to actually get, like, you know, Rita, basically, I think, to be my sergeant, so... I'm probably just going to wait until I have enough experience to do that, and then we'll basically continue on from there. And let's start going back up the road. See, that's basically like the mains down there, doing their thing. I don't believe I can basically do much out of here, by the way, so... It literally is just follow the road back up this way for now. Maybe I can go out over here a little bit. Nope, doesn't look like it. I was trying to decide where, like, you know, basically, like, you know, this is like a sort of like its own like, area down here, which is why I went to explore real fast. And right now I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know, where I want to go, basically, to, you know, explore next after we basically come back here. I'm gonna go back to the Fortress of the Splint, by the way. That'll be a thing I'll be doing. Oh, here we go. So, around here is where we're basically gonna have the exploration, you know, interest of going on, I guess. So around here. Perfect, get some herbs. Are those guys avoiding me? The exorcism, alright, interesting. You see a small figure on the horizon. As you approach, you recognize her as an Aztec shaman. She's kneeling over a full green bush, plucking small berries from it. As you approach, she looks up and speaks surprisingly good Spanish. Ah, I was expecting you. You were expecting me? Yes, I saw you coming in a vision. A shining child of the sun astride a white monster. This vision told me many things of importance. Things concerning you. You speak Spanish well. Where did you learn? I'm a shaman. My role is to communicate. That tells me nothing. We have more important things to discuss. I must tell you about my vision. Alright, go ahead. I saw you, and I saw what you were following you. Yes, demons, evil spirits following you, draining the life from you, slowly killing you. Demons, Madre Dios. Yes, but do not fear. I know a way to exorcise them. What do I need to do? There's nothing you can do that God cannot. Let's see what she wants me to do. Simply give me a portion of your valuables. When I return to my home, I will offer them as a sacrifice to the spirits to draw them away from you. So basically, you can give her 100 valuables. I can't part with my valuables at the moment. Is there anything else you can do? Do you seriously think I'm going to give you some of my valuables to ridiculous? So, well, I'll give her 100 valuables. Why not? Probably spend or so like that, but whatever. You quickly pack a small chest with valuables and hand it to the shaman. She takes it and sets it down beside her. Very good. I must finish picking these berries. Then I return to my home and exorcise your spirits. Until then, you had best keep moving. It will help the spirits stay behind you. Thank you. You ride away and the shaman quickly fades out of sight. Hopefully her exorcism will work. So there's like a another one of these like little shaman type events. Interesting, I guess. I might not have had to do that, but you know, whatever. It's like 100 valuables. I'm not really going to care about it too much. You get to do some more harvesting, I think. I'm back up to 100 medicine, by the way, so that's nice. Apparently I made a lot of spike traps. But oh well. Oh, Recharge the Roads is done. Literally, that's done. So there's a lot of like chart the roads I had to do right there, so that's nice. I'll still have to do a chart the lake and chart the mountains, but you know, we'll get to those when we get to them. I figured like down in this area, like to chart the mountains and lakes and stuff like that, but we'll see what they are when we get to them. Oh, why not? We'll just go up this way. I see a path through the forest, right? So we'll see what I can find out here. Like a boar and medicine. Die, boar, die. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna have you do the consolidation of this, I think. And, you know, she really should be doing herbs, actually, so you do the herbalism, and I'll have, like, you know, Miguel here do the consolidation, I think. And you can do preserving, and you can do preserving. And there we go, Chart the Roads is done. A little bit more experience. There's that road again. Well, whatever. Let's just start making our way back up to the Aztec Capital, I guess. And I want to pick up if it's there. Maybe not too far off the beaten path, but you know, there's stuff to explore over here, obviously. They can all do herbalism, I guess. That probably leads down to the ruins, this like route over here, but whatever. We're gonna leave it for now. I'll come back, probably do that soon, but you know, I want to basically like go up here for now as a thing, so get this done. Now, no doubt we're getting to like the Aztec Capital over here, so big place. I don't think I'll do much here, but like, you know, just look at it for now, but you know. Oil. Nice. We at least found like the Aztec Capital at this point. Let's kill the pig. There's some stuff to get, I guess. By the way, inside you actually see like, you know, there's like, you know, a chief, much like the was with the first city, so we'll have a discussion basically do. Let's go preserve it all, I guess.